Hey everyone. Sorry I didn't get on today. I just didn't feel like getting on, to be honest with you. I just did not feel well, so I've laid around. I did manage to go into work this morning. I'm telling you, I don't know how I made it and how I got things done, but I did get things done. But I'm telling you, when I got home, I was just totally exhausted. I just ain't had much in the tank. You talking about since I started this channel, boy, it's been a war beyond belief just trying to get this stuff done. I want to do some shout outs. Water sang. Let's see. Tabitha, Elton, Sandra, Angela, Holloman, Jonathan Music, Tilmo, Rhonda Wilkins, Stephen, Glenn Hill, Michael Hammond, Brian, Nick, William, Napa Latino, Jennifer Brett, Wendy Giddens, JP, Virginia, Bridget, Jessica Noley, Pebbles, see, Linda, JoJo Piper, Cindy, Rhonda, see, Anna Joe 1970, Trudy Good, Sonia, Lisa Leonard, if I got any more, Robert Laporte, also Jonathan Music once again. I want to get those out there because I didn't get to do it yesterday, so I wanted to make sure I got it out there. Now there's a lot of things going on there in Turkey. They're still trying to rescue people. It's horrible what's happened there, and they're probably going to find a lot of people lost their lives. They're saying right now it's one of the worst earthquakes in over 200 years. And remember what God told us, starting last week or this week, it would get worse and worse and worse. And I hate to say it, but there's going to be some worse events than this coming. And God told me today, He said, just turn on the TV. And I'm like, Lord, why do I need to turn on the TV? And He's like, they still do not acknowledge that I'm here. After the earthquake, everything else, people still did not call up on God. They still just went about their business. They just cared less. And I mean, He's right. I mean, we're in a time where nobody cares. They don't know God, they don't fear God, and they don't want to know God. And they definitely don't want Him to come. But I'm telling you, time is short. If you're not part of the channel, subscribe, hit like, description. In the description box, we have all kinds of stuff for you there. But literally, there's so much going on right now. It's still over that balloon, stuff like that. And like I said, God gave me one word with the balloon, that's test. The next thing I heard today, and I mean I heard as plain as day, is a great event will happen in Europe it's pretty horrible, whatever it is. It's something that's not forbidden, it's forbidden. So that event will take place soon, and after that, another earthquake will take place, but it'll be
You've got mail.
But it will be on the West Coast. And this West Coast one will be really bad. I advise anybody that has family members towards San Francisco, places like that, to advise them to stay away from bridges and stuff like that early in the morning. I don't care what, if they just take another route. Now, I don't know when, but, if in all, they can just avoid these underpasses and bridges, I would tell them to avoid them, and it'll be around 9 o'clock in the morning. So just try to advise them to try to take another route. I don't know how things are there, but I'm sure these people know other routes other than going in the bridges and on top of bridges if they don't have to. And if they do, try to do it in the evening time, not in the morning. Because I don't know why, but that came across to me yesterday about the bridges. I don't know why, but I don't even question God anymore. I just kind of go with the flow. So something horribly bad in Europe, and I don't even know if it'll be real. I don't know if they make it up to say something is really bad, but something happens. It's bad. I don't know if it's in Moscow or what, but it's bad. And it's going to scare a lot of people. It could be there or in Ukraine itself, but something, and it will make huge headlines. Huge. Then after that, there's going to be another major earthquake. It'll happen early in the morning. I don't know the dates. Didn't give me dates. I just know to avoid the bridges there, especially if you're around San Francisco, places like that, as much as you can. And it will be in the morning time when this happens, and I don't know when, but it'll be around 9 o'clock a.m. But just pray for the world and pray for the lost right now, because like I said, God said these events will start to add up. The birth pains will get worse and worse and worse, and they will get to the point where when we get to the end, the rapture, right before the rapture, I do believe the power will be gone. I don't think there'll be any power in the United States. And I don't think it's going to be no 3 days of darkness. I think it will be permanent, no darkness. There won't be no 3 days. It will be permanent when it happens. I know I've thought about that all day, and that's just where I hear it'll be it's permanent darkness. It's not a 3-day darkness. It's permanent here on this in the United States. I don't know what happens. I have my thoughts of what it could be, but this is what I'm hearing. And like I said, just be ready. Like he said, fear not. He's coming in a storm. But my job is to get on here and just warn you and get you ready for Jesus coming. People say, Jesus ain't coming. God help them. That's all I can tell you, because he is coming. This is the end. These people, they worship the Republicans. They worship these Democrats. They think that only Trump or the Democrats think their guy is the only one that can save the world. And I'm sorry. When you start worshiping these people over God, he's going to knock you upside the head. And that's what's coming. America worships these celebrities, these sports stars, these politicians like they're God. And God's coming to knock them down. There won't be any of these people anymore. They're going to be gone. There was a guy there tonight. No, I'd tell you right now, that old Trump, he's going to come back and save you. Let me tell you something, I like Trump. But he ain't coming to save you. They'll never let him back in. And if you believe that he will get in, you're an idiot. Because after that one election, they're never going to let anybody back in. America is not a free nation anymore. It's not. People just so dumb, they just can't figure it out. They'll never let these people in ever again. That's over. Democracy, republic, that's over. It's not coming back. Because it's the end of the world. America has to be removed to deal with Israel. It has to be. That's why it's not in Revelation. America is no longer here. And these people can't accept it because they love this country more than they do God. And I'm telling you, these people, they just have no clue. And you look around, there's 8 billion people on this earth not looking for Jesus. When this event happens, they're not going to know what hit them. I mean, I can see it. I know it's coming. And there ain't many of us that's awake. These other people are so asleep. They're plugged into the world. They will not unplug from it, and they will not see this disaster come for them. God has already told me when that event happens, it'll be a normal day. Nobody will see it coming. They'll go to work. They'll do their thing, and then all of a sudden, that's it. The end. And they won't see it coming because they refuse to see it coming. They don't want to see it coming. They think that all these great things are coming, and it's not. That's why God told me to not preach on that anymore. Do not tell anybody that everything's going to get better, because it's not. He said, this is the end. I'm coming back. I'm at the door. And that's what I've done. I've changed what I was saying. So the rest is up to you. Can't hold your hand. All I can do is tell you the world's getting ready to end. The rest is up to you. If you can't see the signs going on all around you, that earthquake was felt all the way to Egypt. People right now, they're like, how in the world did this happen? And I even told you, God already warned us it was coming. And people still won't listen. Because they will blame it on everything, but God, to them, God does not exist. But I'm here to tell you, God's about to shake this world like it has never seen. That's why God said, be ready. And don't fear, because what you're about to see coming, and every week from now to the end, is going to be the worst things you've ever seen. It's going to build and build and build. It's going to be chaos. And these people still, they ignore him and don't want nothing to do with him. It's a shame. So be ready. Do not go back to sleep. Be ready, because Jesus is coming soon. Pray for the people in Turkey, because there's a lot of people lost their families, their children. And like I said, these events are going to get worse and worse. So be ready. Stay awake. Stay on the boat. Try to help as many as you can. If you don't see or hear from me again, I'll see you in heaven.